episode 4 on the Explain It series. We're talking about Prove Yourself First, my 4th studio album. Welcome back, guys. Today we're going to be talking about the song So Much Left to Offer. I'm just going to get right into it, you know what I'm saying? So, in my life, growing up, we moved a lot. My dad works for GM, still works for GM, he's been there for 29 years. Blessings to him for being in the same place for that long. It's crazy. We moved a lot. There's some things that I don't remember just from being place to place. We started going to Holly schools, Holly, Michigan, middle of absolutely nowhere. And I'm not gonna lie, when I first went to school, it was super tough. I was one of the only black people in the whole school. We got here, I think, at the end of 4th grade, and honestly, I just did not feel wanted. It was tough. I was able to make friends quickly. I really don't have an issue making friends, but there was a lot of bullying going on. We actually got this kid, we had to talk to the school district about this kid that was throwing out the N-word at me and everything like that, so we got him expelled, and I don't even remember that, honestly. My mom told me about it a while ago, but those are the things that I kind of just blacked out because, I don't know, I was young and it was a lot that I was going through, but somehow I was able to overcome it. The confidence was there, but there was always something there that just felt like I didn't fit in. I took it all to the head, I didn't really let it affect me at all. It's crazy that when you're younger, things happen and you kind of just go with the flow. It doesn't affect you as much, but growing up, I started to realize, man, there was a lot of things that I was going through. I felt like growing up, when I really started to feel anxiety and stuff like that, I feel like I had it when I was younger, but my brain wasn't developed. I wasn't, I didn't have so much time to myself like I do now. I'm just working and, outside of work, finding things that make me happy. I was always busy. I was always doing stuff, not thinking about what was going on. And middle school and then high school, I played sports. I was not good at all. And of course, as a black man, the expectation is to be good at some form of entertainment, whether it's music, whether it's sports, and I didn't have that. That expectation wasn't on me when I was younger because I had dreams. I kind of knew what I wanted to do. Of course, I wanted to be in the NBA, I wanted to be in the NFL, but I wasn't that good. So I worked tirelessly to get to that point where I felt like I was respected, and I really didn't feel that I was totally respected, I would say, until my junior year. And that's when I got better at sports. That's when I dedicated my time to sports. And that's when I really first felt a true feeling of purpose. I always had it, but growing up, as your mind develops and you get closer to finishing high school, you get closer to getting into college, and really figuring out what you want to do with your life. That was the first time where I really felt purpose. I was getting better at track. I made the basketball team. I did all these things that I wanted to do. And I felt I was just getting started, you know what I'm saying? So the song So Much Left to Offer just talks about how I dealt with all that stuff, and I knew in my mind, who I was. I knew in my mind what I had to offer. And I talk about it in the song too, so much left to offer. God is my author. I'm gonna take his offer, you know what I'm saying? So he's writing my script. He set the blueprint for my life. He's casted over me all this confidence and all these things that I knew I had within me. But now that I'm older, I'm really starting to understand that it's my time. You know what I'm saying? There's so much out there that I can achieve, and there's all these goals that I have that I know I'm gonna be able to reach. But in that middle point, you're just starting, and I'm just starting music, it is very hard sometimes. You might really believe in what you're doing, but if you don't see the numbers, if you don't see the attention, if you don't see consistency with people listening to music, it gets really tough. What keeps me going is understanding, for me, my favorite artist is Drake, The Weeknd, Post Malone. I know people that hate all 3 of those, you know what I'm saying? So there's gonna be people out there that aren't gonna like what you do, not just me for my music, but you could be doing something that you truly love, and people are not gonna like it. Once I come to that realization, I understand that, yeah, I'm gonna be doing things and people aren't gonna like it, but I don't care. Of course it's gonna affect me because no one really likes criticism, but the fact that I approve of myself, and I know what I bring to the table, honestly, that's all that I need to keep me going to achieve my goals. One of my favorite lines in this song is trying to be an A+, but I know I'll mess up. As a grown adult, you want to make sure you're doing things the right way. I think at any point, something could happen, good or bad. But we all strive to be the best person that we can be. And being the best person that we can be is an A+, honestly. But within that A+, there's gonna be things that that are gonna knock you down, that are gonna hurt, that are gonna suck. It's really about how you can bounce back from that, you know what I'm saying? So there's levels to everything, and being at your very best is the best feeling. But for me, growing up, I understand that being at your best is while it is extremely achievable, even at your best, there's still gonna be stuff that you're dealing with. Truly being at that height of who you really are and who you wanna be is about feeling that way and still having those underlying issues or those underlying thoughts or those underlying feelings and emotions and just leaving them to the side. Keep moving and accept all those things that you're dealing with, and you will be at your A+. That's your A+. And I learned probably a few years ago about happiness. I will always ask myself, or in therapy, do you want to be happy? What is happiness and stuff? It took me a little bit to understand, happiness is something that you choose. Happiness is something that you feel. So whether it's buying stuff, sure it's gonna make you happy. Whether it's making money, sure it's gonna make you happy. But at the end of the day, you have to choose to be happy outside of all of that. Are you really happy with your life? Do those things create happiness or they add to it? You gotta be on top of your understanding of what being happy really means and what you have to offer. So whether it's friends, whether it's family, whether it's a new relationship, whether you're in school, whether you're in work, you have purpose in all these facets of your life. There's so much going on, so busy, trying to deal with life and just be yourself. At the end of the day, what do you have to offer? What do you bring to the table? And I think it's important to understand that once you figure that out, everywhere you're going to be in life, everything is going to start to make sense. Everything is going to be broadened to where you'll come to a realization that you are who you are. Once you become happy with that fact, and once you accept that, then you're going to understand how important it is. You walk into any building, you walk into any room, you walk anywhere, you do anything, you go to work, you go home, you go to school, you go home to your family, you go home to your kids. You know what you have to offer, and you don't lose that feeling. Even when you're down at your lowest point, you still got to know what you have to offer. You still got to know who you are as a person, even when things are rock bottom. If you always have that feeling, you're going to get through anything that hits you. You're going to go through anything that, any twists, turns that happen in your life. Another favorite line of mine is, sometimes I do too much. Not perfect, but I still think I'm clutch. I'm always in a rush. I gotta tell my OCD to hush. I feel like throughout my days, I'm trying to do things so fast sometimes, and that's just who I am. I've accepted that. Sometimes it gets me in trouble, I will admit, but I feel like understanding that while you might be doing too much, maybe you're trying to get a friend or be in a relationship, you feel like you're just overstretching who you really are, scale it back a little bit. Slow it down, really think about what you're really trying to do, what you're trying to build, and find the purpose behind that. Find your plan, what are you really trying to do? Once you answer that, then you're gonna know. That just ties into the whole point of the song. There's so much left that you have to offer. I'm really embracing when I'm making these sort of songs, my lyrics are getting so much better. I'm much more consistent. And as you'll see, as we continue to go through this album, everything is starting to make sense. I'm building full songs. I'm coming up with a target description within my lyrics. And the names of the songs also tell you, even in my past albums, before you even listen to the song, what I want you to know is exactly what this song is going to be about. So when I talk about so much left to offer, we all have so much in store in our lives. And when you get down, you gotta really understand how important it is that there's still so much left that you can do with your life. Next video is gonna be number 5. I will talk to you guys soon.